Welcome everybody to my Terminator and Terminator 2 filming location special. This is going to be pretty cool because we're going to be visiting a ton of locations from both films, and it is also the 40th anniversary of the original Terminator film from 1984. And everything we don't visit in this special, we will visit the next time I do a Terminator special. But this is going to be quite the adventure. So let's go. First spot here where Terminator brings us to Griffith Observatory. They used a couple spots here in Terminator. 40th anniversary filming locations here. So that's where Arnold appeared right here. This all looks pretty much the same. I mean, with the exception of part of this wall, you actually notice this behind him in the shot. Now it's a little dark here, but I like to shoot the night scenes at night. This, right behind Arnold. And this is the exact spot he emerged from as he walks this way. And he looks over the edge, so here's your POV of what Arnold would have been looking at. Beautiful Los Angeles. You actually see Arnold come right off this sidewalk. He's actually coming this way, and the punks would have just been down over here.
Nice night for a walk, eh?
Look at Bill Paxton in the middle. Rest in peace. It's too bad that caging behind them can't be seen now, but some of the stuff at their feet still can. Down here. Puts his arm right through one of them. Terminator. And 40th anniversary. Terminator 2, bare naked before he heads over to the corral, which was once a biker bar right over here. It's now a library, but we're gonna go check that out. This is where the trucks were. This is where he rose, buck naked. And then over here, directly across the street where we first see Arnold, this was the corral. This was the biker bar, where he gets the motorcycle and his clothes. I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. Looking more badass than he ever has in his whole life with the leather jacket and the rest of the clothes that he stole off the biker.
Can't let you leave and take the man's wheels, son. Get off before I put you down.
Speeds away right here on the motorcycle. And you'd like to believe it was this direction. But there it is, the corral. I tell you, that whole sequence when he's beating the shit out of all the bikers, that's intense. It's one of my favorite action scenes of all time. Incredible. And then yeah, over here. That's it, goddamn. Snatches the gun, gets his shades, and peels off to one of the most badass songs ever by George Thorogood. Down here at the 6th Street Bridge. Is where the T-1000 first appears. The cop comes to inspect. He chokes the cop. Takes his uniform. You can notice these pillars kind of in the shot. They've changed a bit, but that's how you know it's this spot. Those towers could be hard to see at night, but figured I'd get it at night. Chokes the cop, takes his uniform, and cop car. That was here under the 6th Street Bridge. Somewhere under here. Pretty sure it was just down over here though. Hopefully you can make out some of those towers.
At the 6th Street Bridge in Santa Fe.
Right here under the 6th Street Bridge, right here. A lot of construction going on, but right down here is where we first see the T-1000. You can tell by these towers, which you can kind of see. These ones over here too. So her best friend and her boyfriend meet their demise in here. Pretty cool. Sarah Connor's apartment. Terminator, 40 years ago. Pretty impressive to see how little has changed at this spot. Arnold walked up here. The intercom is in the exact same spot. New intercom here, but you can actually see the exact spot where the old one was. Too cool. That's wicked. This whole piece here, it's the same. And that security camera was there 40 years ago. 40 years ago, same camera. Cool. Sarah Connor's apartment. Yeah. On her scooter to work. She comes up here on her scooter bike and she pulls up on here onto the curb, right past this exact pole seen in the original Terminator film. And the Hamilton went right by there, right by this tree, and over to her work, which just closed down here. It was just a Caro's, but it's just closed. So we can't get inside, but this was her work, Big Jeff's. She would have chained her scooter up right here. This is where she worked in the film, Big Jeff's. I wish it was still a Caro's so we can go in and get some interior shots. It would have been perfect, but anyways, that's where the Big Jeff was set up over here. The building itself still looks to be the exact same shape it was in the 1984 film, especially the roof here.
Okay, who gets the burly?
I ordered barbecue beef. I think that's mine.
Shot of the interior. Now it's hard to say. Some people seem to think they would have filmed that scene with the ice cream scoop right there. You see the tables. But it actually could have been those booths right there to the right, or on the opposite side of the restaurant. But that's the best look that you can get of the interiors where she worked. I believe they did film in there. They filmed in the kitchen. When her friend shows her the news. All right, moving on to another location. One more time. Sarah Connor's place of work, Terminator, 1984. Wonder what it's gonna open as next. We're here in Van Nuys. This is where Arnold shows up to get some weaponry. This was the gun shop in the film. You can find it here, Car Planet. Dealership of sorts, and you can find this in Van Nuys, California. So the gun shop here is now a car showroom. It's a dealership, so this is pretty cool. But this is right where Arnold came into the gun shop, and counter would have been set up here, and they were going over the weapons.
Which will it be?
Oh.
So he just reopened this place. They were just closing. He said I could have a few minutes and check it out. So that was really nice of the owner. Totally cool guy. This is where the counter was set up. Dick Miller was back there.
Is it 9mm? You know your weapons, Blade.
Terminator. The gun store. Wrong. Legendary. Arnold Schwarzenegger in a very young age. Dick Miller, right here. Love Dick Miller. So many good movies. Good look there. Thanks again for the owner giving me a few minutes in here. Alright. That's what she looks like now.
Listen, I need you to come pick me up.
Love how you can still match all this up exactly as it was in the film. Like that palm tree's in the film. This kind of strip here. This interesting building here with the peaked roof. I love it. You can see all this behind him. And of course this pole. Phone booth would have been right here. I don't care what you're doing. Come and get me. You're gonna see as Arnold tosses him away from the phone, you're gonna see that pole here to the right. That's this pole right there. Phone booth would have been situated right about here. Looking at that shot. See that peaked roof building there and the sign to the left of it right behind him. Right there. There's the peaked roof. It has changed in color, that building, but and the sign's changed, of course, but the sign's the same, but obviously what's on the sign is different. Those palm trees can all be matched up. Most of them. Arnold pulling up right here. More screen grab here of Arnold after he commandeered the phone booth. See that ladder right in front of his face that's coming down from the billboard, as well as the billboard stand. See all that metal right there beneath Dolly. And there's the ladder. This legendary shot right here. The sign is still the same here. It's not a gun shop, it's a dealership, but look at that legendary shot of young Arnold there. And look at the sign. Still the same signage. Totally pulls up right here, right in front of what was the gun store. And the phone booth was over here, but they don't show you this at all in that scene. Just all this, so you think it's a completely different location. Hey man, you got a serious attitude problem. Pretty cool. My first time at John Connor's house. Pretty awesome. They did film him working on the dirt bike with his friend here in the garage, and you can see straight out of the garage a clear shot at the neighbor's house right here. There's been some color changes to the houses, but they're pretty much still looking the same. Gives you the Terminator 2 vibes.
John!
You see this house clear as day in the film, especially their garage. That's pretty cool. So really both of these houses are part of Terminator 2 history. So after failing to listen to his stepmother, he gets ready to pull off with his buddy. But Todd comes out here, right by that pole. It looks just like it did in the film. Stands by the steps right there and says, "John, get your ass inside. Do as your mother tells you." She's not my mother, Todd. John peels out. I'm pretty sure they actually go straight across the lawn, right off the curb, and straight down this road. The trees have grown up a lot, but this is the peel away shot. His buddy's got the boom box. They're blaring Guns N' Roses, and they head off that way. Give you one more look over John Connor's property from Terminator 2. Really cool house. Must get a lot of traffic here. It's a big movie. I waited to come here until I was gonna do as much from Terminator 2 as I could, so you can get the full filming locations too. I love how the driveway is the exact same. See the sprinkler and his mom, stepmom. Just looking at it, it's cool. All right, and the neighbor's house too. Seen prominently in Terminator 2. Awesome. It's a really nice place too. Okay. Take it in. Okay. Let's head to the next location. Robert Patrick playing the T-1000 would have walked right up to the door. Are you the legal guardians of John Connor? All right, it's an emergency. Hold on, I'll get right on it.
It's not my mother, Todd.
So this was the bank where Edward Furlong came with his buddy to get some money at the machine. And if you see these pillars up here, there's about 3 pillars in. But the third one to the right of that, where the bank machine was. Notice John on the fake bank machine. There's those 3 pillars and his buddy, the mullet. You can notice that building just across the street. That's how we know it's 3 pillars over. Of course, this place is heavily gated. They don't like people coming here. This is about the best shot I can get from the back.
From anyway. From my mom. My real mom, I mean.
Right there. Go baby, come on, come on. Yes!
Kiss cake.
Come around this corner and John's red dirt bike is parked right here. Handlebars right here. This is the exact wall from the film. Look at this. Woo. You can see all this behind them. Check this out. Here's a still. Here's the exact wall they're up against right here. There was a little spray paint. You can see that bank wall and those hydro poles behind them. Hydro poles still there. Unfortunately, there's a tree covering that part of the bank you see behind them, but it's still there. And this is the wall, right where his bike was parked. John Connor's dirt bike. Edward Furlong, right here. There's the bank. See all this in Terminator 2. Hydro poles, dirt bike. John Connor and his buddy continue on their dirt bike. Right before they head into the wash, they come down this road right here. So we're gonna show some matchups and some of the things you can make out when they're on their dirt bike riding down here before they enter the wash. Okay, shot here. This is where the scene starts, on this road. And they're turning this corner. This house right here is that house right there. That's that garage. And they head this way toward the wash. I'll show the clip from the movie. You can see this house with the red roof in there as they head down this direction on the dirt bike. There's the house with that red roof right there. Roof's still red. There's a ton of things you can match up here. Notice this house here to the left. That's that house right there. They pass by all of these houses. They're showing clips and matchups, but this house here on the right is that house right there. You'll notice these things. These white girders, well, they were completely white in the film. Look how they've aged since the filming of the movie. These are all seen in the movie, especially these two, right before they turn into the wash, which is right here. These, seen in the movie. Pretty cool. So we do have some water in the wash today. Sometimes it's completely dry. These exact girders made their appearance in Terminator 2. Here's where John Connor and his buddy enter the wash on their dirt bike. Look at this, gonna give you a good shot of this. It's the wash from Terminator 2. This is where John and his buddy enter on the dirt bike. Actually have a little match up here. Here's the same wash. Pardon those lines, I will be showing clips too, but there's them entering the wash. It still looks the exact same today. Of course, I mean, it's a wash, but deadly. Arnold is coming down the highway and causes an accident. He pulls a U-turn right up here, causing some people to crash, and you can see all these poles and some of these houses in the background, if you look carefully enough. They're a little distant, but some of those can be matched up. He pulls the U-turn right here, he pulls up right here, and they make it seem like he's looking off this side of the wash, when in actuality, he's actually looking off of that side. Just literally across the street, where Arnold pulls to the side, but when he looks off, he's looking down here to see John Connor and his buddy coming up here on the dirt bike. Screen grab of Arnold here. Look at this screen grab, because you can see right here, they did take one shot of him looking at them in the wash as they're going up that embankment right there. And you can see that piece right there. Look at that piece behind his leather jacket. It's right there. They did get one shot of him here. Of course, they filmed his whole pulling up scene and pulling the U-turn right there on that side. Over there is where he caused the accident. And there's where we see them dirt biking through the wash. Pretty awesome. Arnold, hey here. I just want to say that these hydro poles are the same poles from Terminator 2, Judgment Day. These are the poles. Arnold's looking down this direction, so a lot of these houses can actually be seen when he makes the U-turn up here, causing the accident. Lemon trees. Yeah. I bet you these people, they probably know they are, but some of them probably don't. Your house is in Terminator 2. Just a little bit. But some people aren't sure where the truck actually exploded. Pretty sure we nailed it. However, there is a shot of John Connor coming back into the wash down an embankment, and I'm pretty sure they reshot that here. After they shot Arnold seeing him off the bridge earlier in the film, they probably shot him just coming down here before he stops and looks back. This is where the scene where T-1000 comes off of the bridge into the wash to chase John on the dirt bike. So you see John Connor down here in the wash, and he's looking back. And then we see the T-1000 approach in the truck from this direction, and he crashes right through the Havenhurst Bridge here. There's a better shot there where the truck came off the bridge. John Connor starts hitting the gas, and the chase ensues. Pretty wicked. So here it is. It's where the truck crashes through the barrier and drives off of the bridge right here. We'll find this spot at Plummer and Havenhurst. Of course, it was a stunt. The truck was actually set up here, and where you see all these stone planters that are now here is where they would have had a ramp. So it was just a big stunt, and they had the truck come from over there where you see the concrete or stone planters across the intersection. Truck would have been over there, and they had the stunt man just launch it off the ramp and into the wash. When Arnold makes his entrance into the wash, he ends up going through this gate right here, just to the left of where the T-1000 came off the bridge. Arnold drives his motorcycle this way, and he goes through this gate right here. Pretty cool. Havenhurst Avenue here. T-1000 comes off the bridge. Arnold, right here. Driving the motorcycle through these gates. Deadly. Next scene, you're gonna see Arnold Schwarzenegger come down this exact path on his motorcycle and shoot this gate open. It's pretty cool. I closed it myself just so I can show you where he shot it open. And he moves out here into the street. You can see this bridge really well and all this, but then the scene pretty much cuts once he gets to the middle of the street. Notice the bridge there to the left still looks the same. Look at that great looking mountain range right ahead of him there. You'll see that to the right. That's him. Right here in the middle of the road, there's the mountains. There's the bridge to the left. Since I was a little kid, I wanted to see all these little pathways he was riding on the motorcycle, so see the doors he shot open here. Cool to put all this together. There's this section of the wash that they used. John Connor, T1000, and Arnold up here. Had a bike to do this. Look at that, that is wicked. Yeah, he follows them right around this corner here. Let me see that shot. Yeah, look at that. There's Arnold. You can see the fence in between them, and John in the lead there. That's them going around this corner right here. Man, that is cool. Got it right at the right time when the sun's rocking that awesome gold color. The magic hour. That is so cool. Nice walk along this area here. Just a nice flow of water there on that side. It's pretty dry down here. Man, Arnold on the motorcycle right here. You catch him doing those gun flips. Used to love that as a kid. It's pretty awesome right here. Walking the exact same path as Arnold was riding the motorcycle on. And now this opening over here is the one they went under. And it looks pretty much the exact same as it did in the movie. Not much has changed down there. So check this out. She met a very nice gentleman who lives right here named Vito, and he lets us into the wash so we can walk right up to the ledge where Arnold came down. He actually said we can go right into the wash if we wanted to, but there is water. We don't have need to go right in there, but we are gonna walk right up to the ledge where Arnold drove off on the motorcycle. I'm freaking out here. I'm freaking out. I don't know how we were granted this access, but this is incredible. Oh my God. This is blowing my mind. Here it is, right up close. This will probably be the best footage you'll ever see anybody get of this spot, right here on the Mr. Thrasher Show. Granted private access right up to this spot. This is blowing my mind. Here it is. Like I said, in the film, they made it thicker for the stunt, and the fencing was taken down, put back up afterwards. There was a lot more trees similar to this one that you see on to the left of Arnold in the shot when he's coming off the ledge, but epic. Off the ledge, right down there. Really cool, really gonna give you a good do-over of the whole area. Kind of show you too how we got access to this. Pretty cool. Arnold probably would have come from down here. He ended up here, and they were down, John and the T1000 are down here in the wash. Arnold came from up here. This is epic, man. There were more trees that you see to the left of Arnold, similar to this one. Those have been since removed. Just imagine Schwarzenegger himself. That infamous, epic motorcycle scene. Love the sound of the landing. He comes off the ledge here. Maybe just assume, of course, it was a stunt man, but nothing beats that sound when he lands here. And if you actually look at it, and when you're this close to it, it doesn't really look that high. I mean, someone like Evel Knievel would have done this stunt. Maybe Arnold could have pulled it off, but there you go. Comes off the ledge right there. Boom, lands over here, and he catches up to T1000 and John Connor. He kind of goes this way, just making it through the opening before grabbing John off his dirt bike. Right up here. Quality shot. This is epic. Rare moment in my life to get this opportunity to see this spot up close, so gonna be pretty thorough. Pretty wicked, and I'll do a good do-over of the area. Get some different angles. The rarest of all of the wash locations from Terminator 2. Dang. Goddamn. Goddamn, that's awesome. Again, we're actually told we could get right down into the wash if we wanted to, but been a lot of rain in LA in the past few weeks, so it's a lot of water down there today. But this is awesome. This takes the cake. Here's Jesse's matchup right here. Look at that. Film. Real spot. Epic. Incredible. All right. Hard to move on, but let's move on. You actually see them go by this exact apartment complex. Right here, it can be seen as they zoom by. Chase continues here. Arnold snatches John off the dirt bike up here, and it's just at the bridge right here that the T-1000 crashes into a centerpiece that cannot be seen now. They just added that centerpiece under the bridge that he crashes into for the film for the explosion. Vito was telling us that, like, when they filmed it here, lived around here a long time, he said, like, that was a real truck explosion, and it knocked out windows and stuff. Some of the foundations of these homes are probably not as great as they were before the filming of that film, but that all took place here. And so they added a centerpiece beneath this bridge for him to crash into. And that's where the explosion took place. I actually noticed that apartment right there in this matchup shot behind the T-1000's truck when he crashes into this centerpiece under the bridge that they had added. So you know it's this spot in this bridge because of that apartment complex I just pointed out. And so here's Nettleton Street Bridge right here. And you can actually see the red caution, which is since faded, but they would have just added that centerpiece right here. So he crashed right here, and this is where the explosion was. That's wild. This is where the T-1000's truck exploded. Well, the truck that he stole. So there's those apartment buildings that you see in the distance behind his truck in that matchup shot. Area right there. Just past the bridge here is where Terminator and John Connor stopped and looked back. Him holding the shotgun. So epic. And then T-1000, after they drove off, the T-1000 emerged liquid metal. So one more do-over here. The climax of the wash scene here in Terminator 2 is where Arnold, Edward Furlong look back for the T-1000. Just over here. Said if you don't know somebody who can get you in here, do not try going in here to the wash. Do 6 months in prison. Look at that. Just the ledge over there, and epic crash scene. Right here. T-1000 explodes. We see Arnold and John Connor on the motorcycle pull up right into this alley. Look at all this. This all looks the same, just like it did in the film. You can see that. You can see this garage area here. There's a new gate on it, but it was open in the film. I've been wanting to come to this alley ever since I started doing filming locations. Finally, I'm here. They pull up on the motorcycle right here, and then Arnold stops right here and first exchanges words with John Connor. quick screen grab here, notice that everything in this alley is pretty much the same. Even that pole across the road there, still there to the left. Of course, to the right, this has changed a little bit. You do see a gate there to the left. Now it's just the gate. The top part isn't there, but check that out. You can actually see this sewer right in the shot. Right where they jump off the bike. Pretty cool. That pole has to be the exact same pole across the street that you see in Terminator 2.
Since Model 101.
No.
Wow, look at this. John Connor hops off the motorcycle. Hops off the bike right around here. Get a grip, John. Circles him right here. I've been wanting to visit this alley ever since I started doing filming locations, way before I started. It's like Halloween 2 alley, Nightmare on Elm Street alley, Terminator 2 alley. Been wanting to come here for a long, long time, so this is wicked. Get a grip, Mr. Thrasher. This John Connor talks to him right here. Wow. I mean, you're really real. You're like machine underneath, right?
To show a metal endoskeleton.
This in, because I am. I was looking forward to this spot on this tour most of all, I think. Man, it looks the same. Just imagine. Terminator on the motorcycle. John Connor. Too cool. Same gate here. Pulled up right here over this sidewalk. Arnold Schwarzenegger drove the bike. Just like this guy right over here. That's awesome. I can't believe it. That has to be the same pole. Same pole there. You can make out this building behind them. And this one right here, which now has this gate on it. Dang. All right, so we're now at the Pescadero. This is where Sarah Connor is being imprisoned. At Dr. Silverman there. And I don't think this is the same entryway. If it is, it's changed a lot. The entryway where Arnold and John pull up at night and he shoots the guy but doesn't kill him. He'll live. But check it out while the gate's open. That's the best shot of the place we can get. They're not really big on you filming here, so this is it. This is where they had to break Sarah Connor out. It's okay, Mom. He's here to help. It's okay. Come with me if you want to live. There it is. T-1000 walking those halls. All right. That's the best shot we can really get. The rest of the building is surrounded by parks, houses. So there we go. And it is a rehab facility, so very similar to what it was in the film. Pretty sure they did use a lot of the interiors for shooting, but we're not gonna be able to get in there. But you can get a good view of it anyway, so here we go. That's the Pescadero. They had to break out Sarah Connor. Terminator 2, Judgement Day. The spot now where the Terminator and John Connor stop on the motorcycle to make the payphone call to his foster parents. They came in this entryway right here, and the fence would have been right about here, which means the payphone would have actually been situated right around the area of this green truck. The area has changed. This is a 7-Eleven now. Just about nothing can still be matched up. The lot area has been changed. And it's right over there where those dudes were hanging out. Still right here, you can see where the phone booth was positioned. It really wasn't too far away from the road here. Maybe only a few car lengths right here, where John made the call. So the Terminator grabs John here, and he starts yelling for help. Yells that he's being kidnapped, and those gentlemen approach from over there. Take a hike, bozo. Then he calls John a dipshit. Did you call moi a dipshit? And one of the greatest scenes, Arnold actually picks the guy up by his hair. That was right over here. One more look over the whole area before we push on. Payphone area. Gate. And those dudes that he yelled at for help emerged from over there. They were nice guys. They came over and helped. And that's where they pulled in here. Get a better look at that. Pulled in on the motorcycle here. Awesome.
Your foster parents are dead.
Pounding on the fence here. So you can see, I mean, the skyline was really in the distance as we see it is here. The fence would have been situated right around here. It was actually this far away. These trees weren't here, so. City Hall. Yeah. You walk up to get a better view here. It's crazy. You see all of Los Angeles get wiped out. Judgment Day. Judgment Day. Look at that, we got a helicopter. Beautiful Los Angeles skyline. On Judgment Day. Just taking it in for a few moments. Absolutely breathtaking view. This is the berry bush. You see right behind her, right there. Right there, to the left of Sarah. Right there. Palm tree, berry bush. Very sketchy area. This was the Terminator's apartment up here. There's a little bit of activity going down over here, so we're not gonna get too close. Cause a commotion, but right up here, second level, it's where he was staying, operating on his arm and his eye. Definitely looks like an apartment the Terminator would have picked. So that's where he was. See the stairs here. Take a look here. So I'm not getting much closer than this. You can tell it was second level. Looking at the window there. On the right side, second floor up. Pretty cool. Okay. There it is. It's right off Skid Row, so we're gonna get going here, but there you go. Arnold's apartment, Terminator, 40 years ago. This is where Reese and Sarah get taken in by the police, and they use this whole bridge right here. They came in from this direction. At the time, there was kind of like a wall over here, so they pretty much had to stop up here. And Reese is getting ready to get out of the vehicle. She warns him not to, saying they'll shoot you. So it's open here now. You can enter from over here, but it was kind of like a wall over there before the lights at the time of filming. As they come in from way down there at those lights at the end, and they film all the way down here before he's arrested, so. Look at that. Terminator. Never been under this bridge. Pretty cool. That's where Reese gets arrested and they take them to the police station. That area. I'm gonna drive through this tunnel where Reese is throwing the pipe bombs. Him and Sarah in the vehicle. I believe it's the tunnel he gets shot in too, right? Wow, look at graffiti. Pretty cool. The Terminator tunnel. 1984. That's pretty cool. Arnold, the motorcycle. Reese trying to hit him with the pipe bombs. Right down there is just where Reese gets arrested earlier. And the truck scene's all right here. Comes all around this whole railing area, much the same as it was in the film. We've added a bit more to it over here. This would have been about the spot where Arnold's dragging his leg here before commandeering the truck. You can see some of this building. A lot of this changed. There's a lot less street lights than you see in the clip I'm going to show, but some of this stuff on the side can be matched up. These buildings have changed a bit. You can kind of see the red light on this building, so you can see a piece of that building in the shot, but this is the area right here. A little further up here now, you see the truck come around from the intersection here, start coming this way. Welcome to Cyberdyne. This is the building used as Cyberdyne, and this is where we're going to end this Terminator filming locations tour. So I couldn't get every single spot, but I think we did pretty well. Happy 40th anniversary to this film. Here's the road. They come down right here. Truck comes down here. As it hangs a right, Reese puts the bomb in. This is where the whole film culminates. Truck came down here. This is also used in Beverly Hills Cop 2, so. Eddie Murphy and Arnold filmed here. So behind these walls, this was Cyberdyne. Oh, this is where the whole movie ends, as I mentioned. Final look here. The truck came down the road. It's awesome. Guess they closed this at night. That's pretty wicked. This is where the Terminator was crushed and the story ends. Until part 2. Cool though. Love that ending scene. He just keeps coming back. Just keeps coming back. She gets away. Thanks again, everybody. Hope you enjoyed what I was able to show you today. Thanks for coming along. If you stayed to the end of the video, please like, please subscribe. If you're new here, I'll let you know when a new episode goes up. Never know what we'll be covering here on Mr. Thash's show. Terminator, 1984. And of course, you see the Terminator get crushed in there after attacking Sarah again and again. Unfortunately, Reese meets his demise as well, which is sad. He was a hero, went back in time. He did his part.